Let's get more on our top story now. The airstrike in Yemen that hit a bus carrying children. Mirella Hodeib of the International Committee for the Red Cross joins us now from the capital, Sana'a. And Mirella, just tell us more about this strike on this bus. It was travelling through a busy market area in Sana'a.
So yes, from the information we're gathering from our medical teams in the ICRC-supported Untitled Hospital in Sana'a, we know that an attack targeted the Dahyan market, northern Sana'a, where it's a busy market, and where a bus driving children was also there. So according to the numbers provided by our medical teams in the ICRC-supported Untitled Hospital, 29 identified dead bodies were of children up to 14, 15 years have been transferred to our hospital, in addition to 48 injured, among them 30 children. Now, for the overall death toll, it could be higher. Local authorities are giving official numbers of 50 people dead and 77 injured.
Yeah, it's difficult to get precise figures on those who were killed, but we do know many of the injured were taken to hospital. How are the hospitals coping in general with the influx of injured that they're getting?
Well, the healthcare system in Yemen, in general, has been brought to its knees. It's decimated after 4 years of war. So the healthcare system, in general, is struggling, hospitals included. And this is why the International Committee of the Red Cross supports a series of hospitals, dispensaries, and healthcare structures across Yemen. Our hospital has been receiving casualties since the morning. Our teams are working on treating the wounded since this morning.
Can I ask you, it is of course the case that the Saudi-led coalition are saying that they never deliberately target civilians. Nevertheless, we do know that many civilians have lost their lives in this conflict since it began several years ago in Yemen.
Absolutely. The conflict in Yemen has witnessed since 4 years now grave breaches to international humanitarian law across the board, across Yemen. And we all know that international humanitarian law strictly prohibits attacks directed against civilians and civilian objects. And parties to the conflict must do everything feasible to verify that the objects to be attacked are not civilians. The ICRC reiterates its call on all those involved in the conflict to spare and protect civilians, and we insist that all those concerned respect and ensure respect to the rules and principles governing the conduct of hostilities, which is international humanitarian law in all circumstances. Civilians must not pay the price of conflict. Any civilian loss of life on either side basically further fuels the conflict and generates more loss, suffering, and grief.
Mirella, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Mirella Hodeib there from the ICRC in Sana'a.